was on his way down. It was ball 4, so Nick was moving up anyway.
Showalter receives a big zone ball.
But no chance to move up any further. It'll bring up Drew Wigglers.
Now batting Drew Wigglers.
Drew Wigglers is standing there. He's nothing to
A hit by a pitch and a walk, leading to the 2 base runners thus far for the Huntington Bearcats. First pitch to Wigglers, outside corner, and strike 1 called. Wigglers struck out in the first inning for the final out of that inning. Struck out on a full count pitch for the first out of the 4th. Foul tips that one into the glove of the catcher Deal, and the count is quickly 0-2. Now, Drew Wigglers did walk and score back in the 6th. We're here in the 7th. 3-2 Penn Cambria leads. 2 on, 1 out, and Perone steps off the rubber.
2 runners on base for the Bearcats. Down 3-2.
Nick Zanuck led off the inning as he was hit by a pitch in the helmet. He's down at second. That one's a high attempted curveball from Perone, but never breaks. Just stays up there nice and high. Count 1-2. Zanuck just moved up to second after Showalter drew the walk. Cut and miss, strike 3. Nice pitch by Perone with the heat. And there are 2 gone.
Now batting Alec Mikett.
The catcher, Alex Mikett, at the plate with 2 on and 2 out. Your season comes down to this at-bat. Popped up. Playable. Deals over in foul territory. 3 converge as Perone comes in to converge on the play. Jacob Swigas, the first baseman, comes down, and it falls right in between 3 of them, and it gives Mikett a second opportunity at the plate. Frustration by the Huntington fans here in the press box and also down the first base line. It does fall as a strike. 2 out and 2 on. Line drive. Does it get down? Yes, it gets down. Tying run is in to score. Moving over to third is Jared Showalter. Nick Zanuck comes around. Mikett with the RBI single to center, and we're tied at 3.
Center, driving in the tying run.
Beat the Showalter down at third. Pinch runner down at first. There's a sharp shot in the hole between short and third into left field. Huntington has a 4-3 lead. Their first lead of the afternoon. The RBI single to left off
5.
3
Penn
hits,
Cavaliers 3.
no errors for the Penn Cambria Panthers, and a couple runners left on base. The score at the end of 6 1/2. Bearcats, Cambria 3. Mason, relief pitcher, Tanner Perrone. Strike 3 called. Outside corner, Ben Briggs. Mason Perrone caught looking.
No batting. Dallas Height.
That'll bring up down. Height single. Ground ball just fouled. The count. Well, side at second. Ben Cambria needs a couple to tie. Ben Briggs on the hill. Righty brings the first pitch. Martin Niska takes inside low, ball one. Ball, no strike. And the 1-0 pitch. Misses inside, ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. He would, of course, if he does happen to walk, Martin Niska would walk the tying run on. Here's a high drive, pretty deep to center, but Nick Zanuck has it gauged. Drifts back, makes the catch. The Huntington Bearcats are moving on. Coming from behind with a 3-spot in the top of the 7th inning to walk away with a 5-3 win over the number 2 seed Penn Cambria. Unbelievable game. And 7th. Score by 2 in the 6th to be behind a run heading to their last chance, top of the 7th, and they scored. Was unable to close the door on the Huntington Bearcats, gave up 3, and they go on to win. To give you some quick stats from the game, and that includes Nick Zanuck goes 0 for 3 but does score a run. Nick Olisa 1 for 3. Jared Showalter goes 0 for 2, but the thing is Jared scored 2 runs in the ball game. Drew Weglers 0 for 3 with a run scored. Alex Mikett goes 2 for 4 in the ball game and scored a run. Seth Bainey 1 for 4, and Landon Fisher went 0 for 3 in the game. And Ben Briggs picks up a hit in the ball game as well. On the pitching side of things, Jared Showalter went 5 2/3, faced 27 batters, gave up 3 runs on 5 hits, walked 4, struck out 8, hit a couple of batters, threw 97 pitches, 60 of those were strikes, and 37 were balls. He was relieved by Ben Briggs, who goes an inning and a third, faces 5 batters, gave up just 1 hit, struck out 1, threw 14 pitches, 10 of those strikes, and 4 were balls. On the Penn Cambria side of things, Gavin Martinuska goes 0 for 3, scores a run. Mason Ronan, that is, the pitcher, goes 1 for 3 with a run scored. Dallas Height, what a day, goes 3 for 4, scores 1 of the runs. Jonah Deal drove in all 3 Penn Cambria runs, the catcher, after going 2 for 4. No one else was able to get a hit for Penn Cambria. 3 runs on 6 hits for Penn Cambria, 5 runs on 6 hits for the Bearcats. The final score once again at War Memorial Field in Lilly, Pennsylvania. The Huntington Bearcats win this one by a final score of 5 to 3. I want to thank you for being out there and joining us for this afternoon's broadcast here on the airnetwork.net. We'll continue to follow the Huntington Bearcats as we hope their postseason continues on a long way. And what a confidence booster this must be for these young men as they walk and cross in front of me here, right in front of the press box, heading back to Huntington, 5-3 victors and continuing on. Game length, by the way, about 2 hours and 17 minutes. And once again, we had the wrong starting time. We had everything geared to start at 4:30. It all started at 4 o'clock, but we made it through. Once again, your final score, Huntington 5, Penn Cambria 3. Stay tuned for more Bearcats baseball coming up on the airnetwork.net. For Greg Banks and the crew back at the Air Network, this is Dave Shannon from Lilly, Pennsylvania, saying good night, everybody.
Mom.
He pushed me like 5 minutes.
Dude, I hit a whole rack. It started falling. Stop it. Eden, you missed from there.
watched on YouTube, and see you again next time.
Let's go, Edie.